Well, it's another night of NPSL soccer as the Buffalo Stallions take on the Flower City Union in this Great Lakes Conference matchup. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to tonight's contest for North Tonawanda High School. I'm Tony Occhiuto, and we'll provide the call for tonight's matchup. Tonight, we have a matchup of two teams coming off victories. The Buffalo Stallions with an exciting 2-1 victory against the Erie Commodores, and the Flower City Union a beatdown of the Syracuse FC by the score of 5-0. With us tonight, once again, providing the color commentary, is Kenmore West men's varsity head coach and NYSOA referee Shane Majerus, referee of the year, I think 5-6 years in a row, Shane?
Thank you, Tony.
Well, Shane, tonight the matchup of teams looking to finish the season strong, that being the Stallions, and a Flower City team wanting to win to move up in the standings and getting a higher seeding for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think Flower City, I think, knows they have their work cut out for them tonight coming into this matchup with Buffalo coming off 2 wins.
We'll take a break for the national anthem. Tonight's referees, Ashley Cedro, Stephanie Serrano, Dan Simic, and the fourth official, Zach Rokam. So, Shane, you were interrupted by the national anthem, and go ahead.
I think this matchup is interesting tonight. I think with what Coach McCone has done with his lineup, playing Larry Knoll and Luke Cebalewski up top in a 4-4-2, those guys were really a lot to handle in the last game, and I think they're going to be tough to handle tonight, but I think the real matchup comes with can Riley Wagner and John Tillo slow down Rodrigo Almeida and Miles Palmer, who have each had their will at putting goals in the net, whether it's this league or whether it's been their collegiate careers. They have a ton of goals between the two of them, and that could be the real matchup tonight. How do we neutralize those two players tonight?
And Buffalo, as we mentioned, will have the same starting lineup as the other night. Jack Petrie in goal, Jason Hernandez, Riley Wagner, Jean Tilo, and Riley Quinn on defense. Axel Lazoya and Sam Lamondola at midfield. And then up top, Johnny Pizzino, Luke Cebalewski, Andy Loomis, and Larry Knoll. The Flower City team starts with Christian Burkhardt in goal, Luca Dodge, and defense, Ryan Fitzgerald, Matt Bamford, along with Jack Hobson, Nate Masucci, Gavin Egan, Josh Harrington, Nick Rippey, Miles Palmer, and Rodrigo Almeida. So Rodrigo is the guy that the Stallions have to key on.
Yeah, I think Rodrigo and Miles Palmer are both really dangerous in the final third of the field, and I think either one of them can score at any time. So it'll be that'll be the matchup, because I think Riley Wagner and Jean Tillo, since they've been together there in the back, are playing really strong. And Jack Petrie is he's gobbling up everything in the net. So those guys are going to have their work cut out for them tonight.
And Rodrigo Gomez de Almeida is second leading scorer in the Great Lakes Conference. He has 6 goals behind Amir Spratt of the Ambassadors FC of Ohio with 8. And Buffalo is led by Luke Cebalewski, who has 5 goals and was the guy that scored both goals the other night to give the Stallions a 2-1 victory. And, of course, Buffalo, they're out of the playoff picture, but can make it messy for other teams, and they want to finish the season strong.
Hey, they're 2-0 here at home the last 2 games, and we got 2 more home games, and there's no reason they can't finish off the season 4-0 at home.
Exactly. Ashley Cedro blows the whistle. The game is underway, with Flower City controlling the ball. Luka Dodge now in his own end to Ryan Fitzgerald. Looking for somebody to pass it to. Christian Burkhardt has the ball now, the goalkeeper. It'll be a throw-in for Buffalo. Yeah, the defense for Buffalo has played very well since Gentilo has come to the team. Now this is his 3rd game, and him and Riley Wagner are really doing a great job in the middle of the defense.
Yeah, and this is a test. You look at that, where they're set up right now with Riley over there near Miles Palmer and Gentilo near Rodrigo. So that's the matchup right there. Those 4.
Long ball for Riley Wagner, who knocks it to Sam Lamondola. To Jason Hernandez. Goes back to goalkeeper Jack Petrie, yes, sorry.
A couple different formations here. You got Buffalo, which looks like they're in a pretty standard 4-4-2, and looks like Flower City's going 3-5-2. So it'll be interesting to see how that works in the midfield for Buffalo. They pinch in Loomis a little bit more.
Throw in deep in Buffalo's end. Everybody gathers around Jack Petrie. It's going to be a long throw-in. Jason Hernandez heads it out, and Gentilo clears it all the way out to midfield. Ryan Fitzgerald gets the ball for Flower City. All the way back to their goalkeeper, Christian Burkhardt. Good pressure by Buffalo, Johnny Pizzino. That'll be a throw-in for Buffalo. Good pressure by Pizzino.
Yeah, it's real nice. If you can get a turnover there, then you're heading in.
Yep.
3v3, 4v3.
And of course, at the end of tonight's game, there's going to be a fireworks show provided to you by Liberty Cab, and I'm sure the Buffalo Stallions would like to provide some fireworks prior to the fireworks show.
Yeah, they're getting set up there in left field.
Yeah. Jason Hernandez with the ball. Swings it over to Gentilo, to Axel Lazoya. Cuts into the middle. Looking for Noel. And now Sam Lamondola. Being watched by Nate Masucci. Larry Noel, a through ball for Loomis, or Lamondola, but could not connect.
Tony, that pass in from that entry pass, that's got to come from Lazoya. He's got to get his head up a little sooner and see Noel. The defense was the gap was open, and if he would have played that a little sooner. he could have sprung Noel in. By the time he got the head up, it closed up.
The ball's inside the box. Jack Petrie picks it up. Petrie looks to pass it out. He does. It goes back to him. To Riley Quinn. The ball hits off Josh Harrington's face. It'll be a throw-in for Buffalo.
Felt that up here, Tony.
Yeah. Right in a kisser. Larry Knoll being held, but Ashley Cedros says play on. Good interception by Jason Hernandez. Hernandez, he has Pizzino on the right. Pizzino crosses it inside, offside. That's a goal, but Larry Knoll was judged to be offside by assistant referee Dan Simic. Let's look at the replay. There's the pass to Pizzino, who crosses it.
Yeah, it looks like he's got
Maybe
a step there.
Half a step.
Not much, but
nice build-up by Buffalo. Unfortunately, an offside. But that has to be a confidence booster for Buffalo.
yeah, that's a nice work out there by Pizzino. And beautiful cross in and just.
Unfortunately, just a step offside.
That's where you hope the assistant referee's out of position there. And
let's look at it again. There's Pizzino. Tough angle to see even a replay. We don't have that VAR yet.
Yeah, looking at that, I think if we went to video review, I think my gut tells me that play would stand. I think he was a half a step in.
Yeah.
Then
Stallions controlling the ball to Petrie.
the defender did close the gap there to make it close.
Sobolewski with the ball. He passes it to Loomis. Goes off Loomis, and that'll be a goal kick. Loomis is telling the referee that he thought he was foul in the penalty box.
I thought it was close, but I think the contact started outside. I wouldn't have been surprised if there was a foul call there, but we
went a little bit too far.
Would have been outside the box, I think. He traveled quite a bit.
A chip. Buffalo cuts it off. Hernandez knocks it down the field. John Taylor with the ball to Loomis. To Riley Quinn. Goes back to his own goalkeeper, Jack Petrie. Nutmeg.
Loomis wants that one back.
Sam Lamondola, good work and gets it back to his goalkeeper, but unfortunately the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Flower City. Harrington to Almeida to Masucci. He turns, tries for a chip, but it's knocked out of there by Jason Hernandez. Loomis down the field for Knoll. Bamford is able to knock that ball away from Larry Knoll. Good play by Riley Quinn to anticipate the offensive player. Should be a Buffalo throw-in. It will be. Good anticipation by Riley Quinn on that play, and was able to deny the ball to Gavin Egan.
Yeah, I think in that play into the box before, I think if that ball gets through, I think Miles is offside.
Yeah,
he looked like he was pretty deep. Yeah, that was a nice build-up.
Flicked by Sobolewski. Flower City with the ball. Masucci trying to hit Josh Harrington. Again, broken up by Riley Quinn, but out of bounds. It'll be Flower City's ball. Fitzgerald puts it into play. Flick back. But Riley Wagner is there to take control. And now Almeida with the shot. Goes wide. It'll be a goal kick for Buffalo.
Well, you see why he's number 2 in the league in goals. He's He's not afraid to take that shot.
You know, the forwards, there's no shot that they don't like, whatever, regardless.
Mita is definitely cut from that loaf. I don't think there's a shot he doesn't like.
Lazoya knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Flower City.
He played up here at Niagara for Bill
Oh,
Boyle, who we interviewed 2 games
weeks ago.
He played for him for 4 years, and he scored a lot of goals. That's when they were making the playoffs every year.
10 minutes into this first half, 0-0 between Buffalo Stallions and Flower City. Buffalo with the ball to Riley Quinn. To Riley Wagner. Nobody in particular, but Buffalo is able to get the ball. Johnny Pizzino, good battle to get that ball. To Larry Knoll on the right side, being watched by Matt Bamford. Good tackle by Bamford, and now he's taken out by Knoll. It'll be a free kick for Flower City.
It's a good battle there. Those guys are going to go at it all night.
Yep. Long ball down the field. Once again, it's Riley Wagner under it. Flower City with the ball. Gavin Egan tries to play it to his teammate Nick Rippey. It'll be a throw-in for Flower City. 12 minutes into this first half between Flower City Union and the Buffalo Stallions, 0-0 from North Tonawanda High School. Buffalo ends their season this Saturday night with their final game, and hopefully they'll be able to make their fans, give them something to cheer about. Buffalo has won their last 2 home games.
Well, you go back to a couple of those games. You go back to the Erie game on the road and the Cleveland game on the road, and if you finish out the season here on 4 wins, then you really got to look at it and think it's a good inaugural season.
Yep.
But Coach Moscone will scratch his head with those 2 results on the road.
Those are the ones that always stick out, and good ball too.
Tony, we've been involved in college soccer a lot, and you get some very good teams, and they come on the road. It's hard to win on the road. Yeah. It's not the same. You see that in all sports.
It's just your routine is not the same, and although they always say, well, it's not that big a deal, it really is. There's a foul on Riley Quinn. It'll be a throw-in or a free kick. Riley Quinn fouls Rodrigo Almeida.
Can't have too many of those, Tony.
No. Jack Hobson will put the ball in play. Both teams hanging out at the 18-yard box. See what happens. Long kick. Riley Wagner again. Pizzino to Knoll. One-on-one with Fitzgerald. Knoll is by himself. Help is coming. But taken off the ball. By Nick Rippey, who makes a great defensive play and then runs about 30 yards.
I mean, right there is what makes Larry Knoll special. That he loses the ball there, and he works back 30 yards to create the turnover out of bounds and Buffalo throw.
Right. Here's Sobolewski. To Loomis. Lazoya overlaps. But he was double teamed and loses the ball. Flower City comes up the field. Almeida being marked by 3 players, but swings it over to his teammate, who goes in with the shot. And a stop by Jack Petrie. It'll be a corner kick.
That's a danger.
Miles Palmer with a blast from outside the 18 that Jack Petrie had to make a good save. Here's Miles with a nice shot.
You can't give him that much space. You got to close that a little quicker.
15 minutes into this first half. Corner kick for the Flower City Union. There's a kick. Not exceptionally good kick.
I think we might be able to say that was a bad kick,
That
Tony.
was terrible, yeah. It was awful.
Being nice tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awful. Let's say it the way. Let's call it the way it is.
I tell you what I want to see Buffalo do. The last time they were down the field, Tony, you get Loomis has the ball. He plays the ball into the corner to Lozoya here. They gotta.
There's a shot. Saved by Petrie, but offside. Almeida was offside.
I'd like to see Loomis look at that Larry, because Larry, he's going into the gap every time. I think they got to get their head up and throw that ball into the
Try
gap.
to spring him,
Yeah. He's got the speed.
There's a long ball, goes in the box. Christian Burkhardt comes out to get control of it to Harrington. Looks for the through ball to Miles. Palmer, but knocked out by Riley Wagner. Riley Wagner has played very well.
Yeah, he's played well. Yeah, he's been real steady back there.
He's a certainty on defense. Egan for Palmer, knocked out by Gentilo. It'll be a throw-in for Flower City Union. Nice crowd here in North Tonawanda.
It's getting bigger
Beautiful
and bigger.
night.
It's getting bigger by the minute, Tony.
Yeah. You're not talking about me, are you?
No. I can't throw any stones, Tony. The crowd I'm talking about.
I mean,
I'm talking about the crowd.
Would they even have had our size for the shirts?
Well, we got to worry about Andy.
Andy, who should be here on Saturday, Andy Evenhouse will grace everybody with his presence Saturday night. We'll have him on a sideline.
Some sideline interviews from Andy. He's a true professional.
Oh, he's good ball to the right to Pizzino. But again, intercepted by Luca Dodge. He's in the corner, knocked out by Pizzino. It'll be a goal kick. As we mentioned, 15 minutes after the game is over, we will have a fireworks show courtesy of Liberty Cab and President Bill Yunke. We're very happy and thankful for the support of WEBR Radio and Bill Yunke and Liberty Cab. La Mondola being watched on a play by Egan. Plays it back to Jack Petrie. To Loomis. Headed out by Ryan Fitzgerald. Riley Quinn with the ball to Gentilo. Tries to make a pass, but it was blocked. Flower City loses control. Jason Hernandez to Axel Lozoya. Loomis.
We got to come back. Back. Have a little
she
talk
called
with
the
him.
play on. All right, now they'll get this
And
foul. And we're going to have
him
a yellow card on number 4. Nate Masucci. He's getting the call for the yellow card for the play that he made on Loomis.
Tony, you've seen plays like that happen 100 times, right? How many times are the referees going back and giving that card?
Not many.
That's why Ashley's at the level she's at. It's a yellow card. You can play the advantage. You go in, you get another foul. Regardless of what the outcome of that play is, this time it's another foul. You go and you deal with the player.
That's a good piece of refereeing.
It's a very good piece of refereeing. Well, this crew, both ladies on this crew, Stephanie did a
great job the other
NCAA
night.
national championship game in the Final Four in the fall for Division III, and Ashley did a Division I Final Four game. So, and she did Stephanie did a great job the other night.
23 yards out. Standing over the ball is Axel Lazoya. I think there's no chance he's gonna pass this one, is he? He's gonna go for the net.
Yeah,
Lazoya.
there's no pass here.
No, there's no pass. Lazoya steps back. Whistle goes. The shot hits the wall, but unfortunately not much more than that.
It might have been a slight bit better than the corner kick down here, Tony.
You think?
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you.
Let's hold up a flag with a score. 1-5. I'll give that kick a 2 and the other one a 2.5 because they went further.
I would have liked to see Luke Cebalewski take
that one. Of course, we're not at practice every day, so we don't know what they work on. But here's Riley Wagner all the way up to the 18.
That's fair, Tony.
Cebalewski to Riley. And now to, here's a good through ball. 1-2 with, Larry Knowles just missed. That was a nice piece of work by the Stallions between Lamondola, Loomis, and then Knowles, who got to the ball but just tipped it over the crossbar. There's the cross. Knowles just went in and went over the crossbar.
That was some nice ball movement with Lamondola and Cebalewski in tight space, and a beautiful cross by Sam Lamondola.
Nice give and goes. And that almost led to another goal. Great opportunities for Buffalo. We had a goal call back because of an offside, and that one just missed. Flower City has had a couple of shots, but they were outside the 18.
I mean, Buffalo has definitely been the better team during the first half of this first half. We got our fourth official doing a little walk down the sideline.
Oh, did he go for coffee? Or?
I think he grabbed the coffee.
Yeah. A Slurpee? Yeah.
I think he might have got a Slurpee.
Yeah.
Bill Van Slyke's holding it right now for him.
Oh, Bill Van Slyke. Nice crowd here in North Tonawanda. Great to see so many kids. Good play by Riley Wagner to hit it out to Knowles. It'll be a throw-in.
You know who my youth soccer coach was back in the day, right?
Bill Van Slyke?
Bill Van Slyke. And a lot of what I do when I coach at West or coach club teams, I learned from Bill Van Slyke and Dennis Butler. Excellent coaches.
Dennis Butler. I work with him, you know.
Really?
Yeah. When he went to Canisius College, he used to, we were both, college people, and I worked at the Athletic Attic in the Eastern Hills Mall.
Okay.
A sporting goods store.
Yep.
We used to sell shoes and athletic apparel. And Dennis used to work there with me. Lazoya says that he got hit in the head with an elbow, but Ashley Cedro does not see it that way. Drops the ball to Harrington. I have a story about Bill Van Slyke.
Oh, I want to hear it.
Yeah, let's see what happens after this play. This is when Bill used to coach Delaware Soccer Club with Bruce Barron. I don't know if you remember Stan Barron, the legendary Stan Barron, who used to work for WBEN.
Yep.
Yeah, radio. Long ball down the field. Burkhardt comes out, fields it. Throws it out to Luca Dodge. To Nate Masucci. Looks to pass, he does. Flower City now with the ball to Josh Harrington to the right. He crosses it, but knocked out by Riley Quinn. It'll be a throw-in deep into Buffalo territory. There's a throw, headed out by Riley Wagner. Throwing for Buffalo. Riley Wagner seems to be everywhere. He's not the biggest guy there, but he gets every head ball.
Yeah,
great body positioning, the ability to know where to be. Plays very simple soccer.
Yeah, every time they throw something in the box, he's
there.
A presence. He's there.
Here's a shot, the goal! Nick Rippey, all alone, to the right of Jack Petrie. And Flower City Union takes the lead, 26 and a half minutes into this first half. He was wide open. There was no one near him. Almeida crosses it, goes all the way to Rippey, who has nobody within 20 yards of him.
I mean, I don't understand where Jason Hernandez or why he was pinched so tight to the middle there. But if he's going to pinch to the middle, then we need Gianni Pizzino to get back and then help with that back post. I mean, you.
When Almeida crossed the ball, the two guys went to Palmer, and left at the back door, Rippey wide open. And he just had to knock it in.
Tony, I think he had so much time. I think we might have put that one in. Yeah, that's too bad. Buffalo's been the better team for 27 minutes, and then, we have one breakdown, and it's in the back of the net.
Well, that's really the best opportunity they had. Here's the replay. Here's Almeida, and wide open. Buffalo, their spacing was just not
if Hernandez is going to come back, or come to the middle and cover Miles Palmer, Pizzino's got to come back and mark that. Otherwise, you have to leave Riley there with Miles, and Hernandez doesn't have to man mark him, but he's got to be in that space a little more.
28 minutes gone in this first half. 1-0. Flower City Union leading the Buffalo Stallions. Riley Wagner with the ball. Here's Rippey, who just scored the goal. To Miles Palmer. And now to Harrington. Josh Harrington, the ball too far for him. That'll be a throw-in for Buffalo. Buffalo has a little work to do here to get the goal back. They had their chances, but
they have had their chances, and I think they're definitely
competing. But
competing.
Here comes Lazoya.
This has got to go quick. You got to go quick.
Move. There you go. Oh,
that flag's got to stay down.
Flag was up. Cedro says play on.
Well, that flag shouldn't come up. They got headsets. That ball never got through to Larry Knoll, who was offside, but he's in an offside position.
Harrington.
And
that'll be a goal kick.
You see Simage tapping himself now, saying, my bad. That's on me. And that is on him. That flag can't come up.
Well, now they say, don't put the flag up until
that ball's got to get through, and it never gets through to him. So even though he's in an offside position, it's not offsides. So Ashley Cedro did a nice job of waving it down and playing through, which was the correct thing. But that flag becomes a distraction for the players.
Right. Luka Dodge gets the ball from Nick Rippey to Christian Burkhardt. Fitzgerald. See, the fire department has arrived. They're going to supervise the fireworks tonight. We'll have a great seat to watch them.
Yeah,
huh?
we're in
the suites.
We're in the suites.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice that the fire department comes out here to make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah. Throw in for Flower City. And he very coy moves up 10 yards.
Tony, I know that was in your playbook.
Yeah. Well,
you might have went 15.
15, maybe. It'll be another throw in for Buffalo.
But I do think that's how Buffalo has to get back into this game. When they get the ball in transition, and they're only playing 3 in the back, it's got to go. It's got to go fast. They got to go at pace and try to spring Larry or Luke.
Hernandez to Pizzino to Larry Knoll. His back being marked by 3 players. Not able to get through. Buffalo maintains possession. Pizzino. Cross in a box. Loomis. He chips it to the far post. Rippey comes back to play defense. And now a long pass for Palmer, but taken out by Riley Wagner.
That was a nice play by Loomis. I thought
he should have had a crack at the net.
I thought he was going to, but I liked the decision to play that in, and he played a perfect ball in. Did he get fouled? Luke Sobolewski commits a foul. I thought he got yanked out. I think that's the frustration. That's why he kicked the ball, and that's why a referee's having an award with them.
I thought he was pulled, but...
I thought he was from here, but I'm a very good referee from the booth.
Yeah, well, we all are. And we're much, much further away than Ashley is.
Well, what do we use on the field? It's a game of angles.
That's right. Here's Lazoya. It'll be a throw-in for Buffalo. Jordan Sullivan, the coach for Flower City Union, says no, he should be going the other way, but that's not the case. Sobolewski for Jason Hernandez. To Sobolewski. To Loomis. Loses the ball. Knocked out of bounds by Flower City. It'll be a throwing for Buffalo. To Lamondola. Switch field to Lazoya. Chips it to Riley Quinn. Riley Quinn hits it back to Sobolewski. Tries to cross it, but knocked out by Jack Hobson, and he was knocked down by Sobolewski, who's getting frustrated. That'll be a free kick for Flower City.
The ball comes from this side, Tony. It goes into Lazoya. You know, I think, we got a lot more space out there. Pizzino's out there on an island. I think we swing the ball
over
over
there.
there.
Back into the grinder where everybody is. He could have played a 2-on-1 game with the outside back.
Yeah, shift it out there, and then as a defense shifts, if Pizzino crosses it, then maybe you're in business. But
Miles Palmer to Rippey inside the box, but Jack Petrie comes out to smother that. Buffalo needs to little oomph. Pass for Loomis. And Flower City gets the ball. Ryan Fitzgerald. Slide tackles away the ball. And Lazoya commits a foul.
I didn't like the way Flower City came in there. I didn't care for the way Fitzgerald came in. Looks like his cleats were exposed, but and we're seeing some frustration build here. Where
I was just going to say, I think, do you sense a little frustration from Buffalo?
Yeah.
They're committing some fouls that maybe otherwise they wouldn't if they had a clear head. Here's Loomis. Tries to ball back for Sobolewski, but could not connect. The better option might have been to Knoll, who was breaking through.
That's the ball they're missing, Tony.
Yeah.
That one right there. That ball has no business going back into the middle. Loomis has got to play that through to Knoll and let Knoll go one-on-one, or he might even spring him on a breakaway there.
Here's Sobolewski.
He's off.
He's offside. No, she says no. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He was.
He was off. So he came back onside.
He was standing, and the ball, I think, kind of awkwardly went to him, and he was just standing in an offside position. You see right there.
Yeah, he was definitely. Then he came back onside. And there we have it.
That looks like assistant referee Simic makes up for his flag before.
It seems like Buffalo just seems to be favoring this left side. And I don't know. They could make some hay on the other side if they try, but it just seems like everybody shifted over here.
Yeah, it is coming down this sideline a lot.
Field, yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see Lazoya, Lamondola, Tillo, Wagner. I'd like to see him bypass the next level and try to spring Larry Knoll through.
Masucci to Harrington, who don't know if there was a shot or a cross, but
I don't know. I'm not even sure he made a field goal there.
No, neither one worked because the ball went over the net. Buffalo puts into play to Riley Quinn. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Buffalo ball in midfield. Buffalo's got to move. Larry Knoll, the handball. Referee says play on. Larry Knoll went down. I heard him screaming. He's hurting. We could hear him scream from up here. Larry Knoll is down, and he is holding his right knee, right ankle. Yeah, he's grabbing his right ankle.
He went down awkwardly.
Yeah. He's in pain. He's definitely in pain. 38 minutes into this first half. 1-0 for the Flower City Union over the Buffalo Stallions.
There were a few things on that play. That ball came up. It did catch Larry's hand. I don't know how big he was on that, but then I'd like to see this again.
But he went down and he started screaming. You could hear the scream up here. Oh, he stepped on a ball and he twisted his ankle. If you look at look at his, you see that? Oh
yeah.
God, it looked awful.
This is not someone that Buffalo wants to lose. Not that you want to lose anyone.
If we could, Joe, can we see that thing again? Look at the replay. Oh, that was nasty looking.
That's not good. Shibui's warming up on the sideline over here.
I want to say thank you to Joel Belfazer, who's our cameraman and technical director, chief cook and bottle washer. He's doing all of it. And Larry Knoll is still down. Buffalo's next game will be this Saturday night, July the 5th, against the Ambassadors FC from Ohio. Meanwhile, the Flower City Union will next host Syracuse FC, also this Saturday, and that'll be the end of the season. Larry Knoll is up.
It's a good sign. Looks like he's trying to get some pressure on that leg, so I would assume he'll come out. Maybe Buffalo will opt to play short here for
Magic Sponge, ain't gonna work.
For a little bit, maybe while they evaluate. Because once you're out, Tony,
you're done.
You're done. So this would be a little early for Larry Knoll to come out. If there's any chance he could keep going, we would like to see him keep going.
Looking at the standings in this Great Lakes Conference, Rochester is in first place with 18 points. Cleveland second. The Ambassadors in third, and Flower City stands in fourth place with 16 points. With the Buffalo win tonight, it could make a difficult situation for Flower City. So Flower City, even though they're in the playoffs, but they could have problems if they lose here tonight. I think we're going to have a substitution.
No,
Douglas, no?
I think we might be waiting here. I think he's going to play short and get a little evaluation here. Larry's walking better. Seems like he's
little tape.
Getting it, shake it out a little bit.
Argentina player who now is met down in Argentina, played for the Stallions for 5 years, and on the right side, none other than the Stallions, Coach Horner, who is a legend here in North Tonawanda for the all-time winningest soccer coach for high school here. Let's give a round of applause for Coach Horner.
All right, good news. Looks like Larry Knoll is going to come back in the game. Waiting to be waved in by referee Ashley Cedro. 42 minutes into the first half. Knoll gets waved back in.
He's got a little limp in his step, but he'll loosen that up.
I'm sure it'll be a lot worse
right now.
Once he stops playing. There's no doubt. The adrenaline now is good, but as soon as he stops, here's a long ball across the field to Pizzino, who gets it at the end line, crosses it again to Sobolewski. Oh, there's a shot good play by Buffalo. Nice cross by Pizzino. Andy Loomis with the shot. And Christian Burkhardt was able to knock it out. And the corner kick for Buffalo. Here's Pizzino. Head ball by Sobolewski to Loomis. That ball was going right in the upper corner.
Yeah,
Good stop by Christian Burkhardt.
Came over awkward to Loomis, so anything he could do to get on net was excellent.
Oh. Misplay by Buffalo. Good play by Riley Quinn to get back and that chance. Looked like a couple of guys were not talking up here. And they gave Flower City an opportunity to control that ball. But fortunately, Riley Quinn was able to go in there and cut the pass off.
Yeah, that's
keep
where
the score 1-0.
That's where those transitions can be dangerous. You move John Tillo into the box, and then you leave yourself a little vulnerable if you get a quick transition like that.
Long throw to Loomis. Loomis loses the ball. Josh Harrington to Rippey. To Palmer. Ball goes across. Offside by Josh Harrington. Josh Harrington got the ball. He thought, I'm going to be able to turn it, but assistant referee Stephanie Serrano puts the flag up, calls him offside.
Yeah, I didn't get a good
That
look
was
at him.
Almeida. That was offside.
Yeah, Rodrigo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm blaming Harrington.
Yeah, poor Harrington.
Sorry about that, Mr. Harrington.
His parents are upset now.
They're right in front of us. Sorry about that. I'll buy you coffee after the game.
They're good with the fireworks, Tony.
All right. Flower City controls the ball. 45 minutes gone. They're looking for the board. See how much extra time we have. Or did they put the board up and we missed it? Riley Wagner kicks it.
I didn't see the board, Tony.
The board not working? Yeah, I think they're having issues.
Oh, he's saying he can't. He's not getting word from her, so he's not sure.
Put 10 minutes up there.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have some time.
Yeah,
I mean, Noel was
at
down
least
for a
4 or
while.
5 minutes.
Remember the other night we had 7?
Yeah, that was kind of shocking.
This means we should probably have 15 tonight.
Yeah. Chip in a box. Here's Rippey with the ball. Being watched by Jason Hernandez, who takes one off the chest. That was a straight leg.
Yeah.
Miles Palmer is going to get a yellow card. He went in with cleats up. Yeah, he went in on Sam Lamondola. Here's the replay. Definitely went in with spikes up.
Listen, a lot of people look at that play and think that that's not his intent, but that's not what the referee's job is, to judge intent. The referee's job is to, he put his straight leg to try to get the ball, and hey, you got to do it. If you're successful getting the ball, then he's going to have a chance. But he caught Sam Lamondola's foot.
If that was the case, I would have never had a yellow card in my career. I mean, none of my yellow cards were because I really was trying to. Any bad intent. Long throw in the box. Rippey. Well, there wasn't much, maybe a minute. We've reached halftime in this game between the Flower City Union and the Buffalo Stallions. 1-0 for the Flower City Union on a goal by Nick Rippey. Don't forget that we have a fireworks show after the game. 15 minutes brought to you by Liberty Cab. Whether you or loved ones require non-emergency medical transportation, wheelchair transportation, or medical courier service, rely on Liberty Cab. Liberty Cab, here to serve you with the utmost care and professionalism. Call them at 716-877-7111. Also, don't forget, the Buffalo Stallions' last game of the season will be this coming Saturday, July the 5th, 7 o'clock, North Tonawanda High School against Ambassadors FC of Ohio. Halftime, 1-0. Your thoughts of this first half?
I thought Buffalo was, for a large part of that half, was the better team. They created some chances. Obviously, one was taken off the board because of offside, but it shows you that in the game of soccer, one mistake, one missed mark, and the next thing you know, you're down 1-0. But I think Coach McCone has to go into halftime here and really build on the positives, which is they haven't had many good opportunities, Flower City. So, they come out with a half like that again. There's no question they can even this up.
Yeah, they had Flower City did have some shots, but they were from 18, 20-yard range, which are going to be difficult to beat a guy like Jack Petrie. But Buffalo got inside the 18, and they scored a goal, like you said. So they should be motivated this second half to come out and try to get a goal, tie this game up, and possibly get a victory.
I mean, I'd like to see him do two things. I'd like to see him get that head up a little quicker. Lazoya, Lamondola, even Riley Quinn. Hernandez, get the head up a little quicker and take your chances. If they're playing with 3 across the back and you catch them early and Larry's on the run, there's been some opportunities that we've missed because of that. And if that's not on when they build in down one side, don't be afraid to be patient and go to the other side.
Yeah, then that's the one thing we said before. It looks like that they're favoring the left side with Riley Quinn, Luke Sobolewski moving over here to this side. Also Loomis. And the other side, you have Jason Hernandez and Johnny Pizzino that could set up a chair and have coffee because the ball hasn't really gone out there that much. So they have to be a little more diverse, if you will, so that they're not too predictable.
Well, and when they've gotten it out there to Pizzino, I mean, he's really put some good quality crosses into the box. I mean, that last one that made its way over to Loomis, I mean, Loomis did everything he could to just get contact with the ball, and really it was in the upper corner, and a nice save by the Flower City goal.
All right, we'll take a break and come back with the second half between the Flower City Union and the Buffalo Stallions. And here we are back at North Tonawanda High School for tonight's game. NPSL action, Flower City Union and the Buffalo Stallions. Flower City Union leading by the score of 1-0 on a goal by Nick Rippey. And that is the score as we wait for the teams to get back on the field. Shane, a good first half for Flower City. Because honestly, they had a couple of opportunities to be down by a couple of goals.
I mean, it's a good first half because they're up 1-0 on the scoreboard, and even though it says they have 2 shots and Buffalo's got 1, the opportunities into the box were much more dangerous for Buffalo. And so for Flower City to be up 1-0, I think you go into the locker room feeling pretty lucky. On the flip side, Coach Spicone going to the locker room, and I thought Buffalo played pretty good, created some chances, and just got unlucky.
Buffalo, it looks like they're going to make a couple of changes. I'm looking, Alex Kademi goes in for Jason Hernandez, and I see Tom Mullane out there. Who is he? Okay, Mullane and Kademi are in. All right. Andy Loomis is out. Jason Hernandez is out. And Tom Mullane is going to be in. Those are the changes for Buffalo. Don't believe that Flower City has made any changes. At the end of the first half, Larry Knoll was injured. And we weren't sure whether or not he was going to be out there for the second half, but Coach Spicone says he's going to give it a go.
Yeah, he looked pretty good walking out of the locker room, and just a little warm up there. I think ankle's going to be good until he takes that shoe off, and he'll have to get some ice on that after the game. But he's ready to go for whatever Coach Spicone needs. Larry's ready to go. So,
for the changes that Buffalo has made, what do you think that's going to do for them?
I mean, I like Alex. It looks like he's moving Alex into the midfield. So, Alex played 5 years of college soccer for Damon, won at Uville, and he's been a leader out there. So I think that.
Mullane is at right back for Jason Hernandez. And, of course, they both have fresh legs, so we'll give a little boost to Buffalo. Egan with the ball tries to go to Almeida. Intercepted, and here comes Flower City. Amandola's ball goes to nobody in particular, and ball now back to Jack Petrie. Shane, we're going to be staying on the air after the game, and we're going to do the color commentary on the fireworks.
There's a first for that, right?
That's a first, yes. Can't wait. That's something I'm going to put on my resume. Yeah.
I'm just happy the fire department's here.
Yeah, no, they're there. They're all ready to rock and roll. Palmer being watched by Jean Tilo. That'll be a throw-in.
Even though, Coach Spicone made a couple changes at halftime, right? But it looks like the formation is different. It looks like they're trying to figure out here. Are they in a more traditional?
I think that I don't know.
4-3-3? Are they?
Buffalo Stallions would like to thank Austin Air, our official platinum sponsor.
I think they're playing 4-2-3-1.
Don't forget to stick around after
with Knoll up there, they got 3 in the middle, and then you got the 2.
Lighting up the summer night sky and the community celebration the whole family can enjoy.
Lamondola gets knocked off the ball, but Riley Wagner is able to get it. Cross inside by Jack Hobson, knocked out of bounds by Mullane. Throw-in. for Flower City.
Well, it looks like they moved Lozoya out wide.
On the left side.
Yeah, on the left side. He's traditionally been playing in the center for every minute he's been out here.
Petrie comes out, challenged on a play, but is able to get the ball. So I see Noel is up top. He's like the tip of the spear. You got Pizzino on the right, Lozoya on the left. There's Mullane with the ball. Turns it back to Riley Wagner. Long pass down the field. Cut off by the Flower City Union defense. Hobson with the ball. Swings it over to Luka Dodge. Through ball for Rempe. Good sliding tackle by La Mandola. That'll be a throw-in for Flower City. Flower City very deliberate, even on a throw-in.
Yeah.
They're in no rush. 1-0 score would be great for them. Wagner heads it out. Chantillo goes after the ball. Saved by Chantillo to Luke Sobolewski. It'll be a throw-in for Flower City to Hobson. Being marked by Sobolewski to Luka Dodge. Looks inside to Almeida. Fitzgerald. Ball intercepted by Lozoya. Here comes Sobolewski. A through ball for Larry Knoll. Hobbling after it. Knoll tries to pass to Sobolewski, but Sobolewski did not read that play, and he did not go.
No, he didn't. Those two weren't connected on that play. I think Sobolewski was thinking Knoll was going to try to
cross it.
Yeah, cross it or try to take his man there.
Buffalo's got a pressure because they're going to sit back there and play keep away for the entire second half. Miles Palmer to Ryan Fitzgerald. And now they go back to Christian Burkhardt, the goalkeeper. Bamford. Flower City just happy to control the ball and let the time go by. They are leading 1-0. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace. Riley Wagner to La Mandola. Sobolewski turns the ball to Pizzino. Looking for Larry Knoll. Larry Knoll he's limping. It looks like he's limping. I don't know how long he's going to be out there for.
And those balls, Tony, they're a second or two off. It just needed to come a little quicker.
There's Almeida.
No reason to wait there.
You see him. As soon as you see him, make the pass. Don't wait. And you wait, and then the defense closes in. Riley Quinn breaks up the play, but could not connect with Larry Knoll.
I mean, you know what those forwards are capable of. You have to, sometimes you just have to toss it. They're playing three across the back, and they're coming up with a high line. Sometimes just throw it behind that line and let your forwards work.
Yeah, it looks like Flower City, they're playing a 3-5-2. And they're very happy to just take the ball, control it, and if Buffalo pressures, fine. If not, they'll just play in their own half of the field. Free kick for the Flower City Union. 52 minutes gone. 1-0 score for Flower City. Here's the kick inside the 18. Headed out by Pizzino. Pizzino beats his man, but Hobson is able to knock it inside the 18, and we're playing kickball. Good, that's a throw-in for Buffalo. Johnny Pizzino hit it off of Luca Dodge. It'll be a throw-in. Mullane throws it to No, but
yeah, Noel's time might be done here.
He's done. He's down again. Douglas Shabui is warming up, and here he comes. Lamondola. Nice play by Lamondola to get away from his mark. Lamondola brings it to Noel, but Noel is offside. He got up just in time.
I want to see that one again, Tony.
Let's look at it. Here's Lamondola. Aye. Do you want to say it, or do I want to say?
Tony, let's just say if we went to video review, well, if you have video review, what you encourage is for the assistant referee to keep the flag down, let it play out. If it ends up in the back of the net, we can come back and look at it. And I think that's one that you would have worked with that mechanic, and then if Larry could have finished that, then you come back, you look at it, and I think we might have had a favorable outcome. But it's a tight call, and you have a very good referee crew here tonight. So
here, let's look at it again. Here's Lamondola, the bottom of your screen. Look where.
Unfortunately,
yellow card for Alex Kademi, who took out Jack Hobson.
Took him 8 minutes.
Here's a substitution.
He's no stranger to yellow cards.
No.
He's a tough player in there, and he's not a dirty player. He's tough, and he goes in hard. And
Douglas Shabui comes in for Larry Noel, who had to tap out after 55 minutes. Gave it a good effort, but his ankle is just bothering.
Yeah, it's too bad. You like to see him go another 10 or 15 minutes.
Fresh legs, maybe. It'll help Buffalo. It'll be a goal kick for Buffalo. Joel, if we get, can we get that replay again on that offside? Here it is. Look at the center back. It's a close one. Here's a ball through for Pizzino. Pizzino's being held. He turns. Pizzino lays it off to Sobolewski for Shabui, but could not connect. Lamondola brings the ball down, turns it back. Kademi to Johnny Pizzino. Here's the cross inside the box, but headed out by the Flower City defense. Sobolewski, one-on-one with Rempe. Riley Quinn with a shot. Stopped by the defense. Miles Palmer, one off of him. It'll be a throw-in for Buffalo. Nice build-up for Buffalo on that sequence of play.
Yeah, looked pretty good on that one. I would have liked at the start of that sequence to see Sobolewski take that shot. They're passing up on some shots, and one too many passes.
Lazoya to Lamondola. Here's Sobolewski for Shabui, taken out rather rudely. Oh! The ball goes in the net, but the referee stopped the play. That was a time that the play on should have been in effect. Let's look at the replay. Shabui was submarined. The ball goes to Sobolewski, who shoots, he scores. And instead of a goal, it's a free kick. 20 yards out. Here's the replay again. Shabui.
Looked like it would be Pizzino. Looked like it would have been a goal.
Sobolewski, I think. Was it Sobolewski who took it, or I can't?
Pizzino.
Was
no,
that Pizzino? Well, either
listen,
one.
we've Tony, we're referees, so we've been on the other end of this, right?
Yeah, that's
and
tough.
It's a tough call, and I think you saw Ashley. It's on me. That doesn't help the coach, but she's a professional, and she's going to acknowledge, hey.
I think the fact that Shabui was wiped out might have the severity of that hit. Here's Sobolewski with the shot. Hit the crossbar, but the wrong crossbar, the football crossbar. That was a wicked shot by Sobolewski. Unfortunately, just a little high.
It's your worst nightmare as a referee.
Here's Sobolewski with the shot, and it hits the crossbar.
No, that'll keep her up tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of game left.
59 minutes gone. Still 1-0. Buffalo getting closer. Gentilo marking his man. Taken out. That'll be a free kick for Flower City.
You know who I give a lot of credit to?
Who's that?
Coach Spicone. He just sat there on the bench. He didn't say much, continues to coach.
He's not the guy to yell at referees.
He focuses on the game. He's here to coach.
What's
and
done
he
is
does
done.
that.
Yeah, what's done is done.
But inside he's not thrilled right now. I mean, there's 2 goals tonight off the board.
I was just about to say, it's 2 goals that have pretty much been taken off the board. Here's the free kick. An offside by Simic, linesman.
What do you think the conversation is here with the 4th and the AR?
What are you doing for drinks afterwards?
let's forget that happened.
Yeah, that did not happen. We're very unfortunate for Buffalo. They're getting close. Nice movement by Shabui on that last one where they scored the phantom goal. But by Shabui, he moved and he really got low bridged on that one. Flower City with the ball. Chip inside. Petrie comes out. Stops it. Outlet pass to Johnny Pizzino. To LaMondola. Mullane battling for the ball. Mullane's got to be careful. He's got a yellow card.
Well, again, that's an example that we get a quick pass out from Petrie to Pizzino, and then we slow it down.
Yeah.
It's Shabui's making a nice run in this corner, serving in the corner, and let's get our guys forward.
Mullane gets fouled. No foul. That'll be a throw-in for Buffalo. Well, the other thing when LaMondola had the ball, the guys came up on him. Nice pass by Sobolewski to Lazoya. Hobson knocks it to Gavin Egan. And there's a foul on Lazoya. It'll be Flower City ball. Put into play, Gentilo with the ball. To Riley Quinn. Inside to Sobolewski, but misses its mark. The ball goes back to Jack Petrie. No, as I was saying, when Lamandola got the ball, he should have played a little bit quicker because then the two defenders closed up on him. You know.
Yeah, it's that Pizzino plays that ball back into Lamandola, and then everything from that pass back, and then Sam's actions. It's just got to be quicker.
Lazoya inside. Oh, there's a shot. Just missed by Lamandola. It looked like a play from, didn't look like it was going to lead to anything, but here, Lazoya hits it inside, and Lamandola comes out of nowhere and just toe pokes it just past the goalpost.
Well, those are ones that go in, Tony. Goalie can't get set, and surprised it's coming at him, and next thing you know, it's in the back of the net, and that's we need to see more of that. That's an excellent play by Lamandola.
Now, Lamandola and Pizzino are a lot more active this second half, and they have to be. Petrie knocks it up in the air. That'll be a throw-in for Flower City. Flower City taking all their sweet time. Ball goes inside with a shot over the crossbar. As Hobson was about 35 yards out, and he just blasted it over the crossbar. Gentile with a long pass for Axel Lazoya over his head. It'll be a throw-in at midfield.
Yeah, a couple guys warming up for
the
Buffalo.
Union.
Looks like Corte and Herman.
Yeah, Jacob Cordet and Keegan Herman. It'll be a corner kick for Flower City. 65 minutes gone. Still 1-0. Buffalo looking for their first goal of tonight's game. They've had two, but unfortunately, neither one of them counted.
We're going to blame the fourth official, Zach Rokamp.
Yeah.
Newcomer to this, right?
Youngster.
Youngster.
We don't want to blame the veterans. Here's a ball all the way across. It'll be a throw-in for Buffalo. Or a goal kick, excuse me.
I mean, Tony, we've both been there. It's like when that happens, or
terrible feeling.
It's just a terrible feeling, and but it's
we're humans.
We're humans.
Gentile almost lost the ball, but it'll be a goal kick.
When you're ready to make a move, trust someone who supports
the referee has a split second to make a decision. And once you put that whistle and you blow that whistle, there's nothing you could do. And that's how quickly it happens.
It didn't look that dangerous.
No.
And
Riley Wagner knocks it out of bounds. Throwing for the Union. Can you say time wasting?
Yeah, I think in light of what's gone on here tonight, I'm sure our center ref is well aware of this, is going to add some time.
Yeah, they're going to be very deliberate. Luka Dodge with the throw-in inside the 18, headed out by Kademi. Shabui with the ball at his feet. He's fouled. That'll be Buffalo free kick. Jack Petrie is going to take it. Shabui knocked off the ball. It'll be a free kick again for Buffalo.
A little too far out for a shot, Tony.
Yeah.
So we're gonna,
We're
probably
about
see.
35, 36 yards out.
Here goes Jantillo going back door. We're gonna try to find his head. Everybody's loading this side. This is gonna be a battle in here.
Lazoya will do the honors. See if we can get that back post. One of his teammates. Just chip it maybe about 8-10 yards out. There's a free kick all the way to the far post, but goes off the head of Sobolewski. It'll be a goal kick for
I like to see that in
Flower
the mix,
City.
in the mixer a little more central.
Doesn't have to be that high. Just put it in there, and anything could happen. PK, something. Keegan Herman is up at midfield. He's going to be coming in. We'll see for whom he is coming in for. Johnny Pizzino is coming out. And Keegan Herman goes in.
Thought Gianni Pizzino had a good night tonight.
Yeah, frankly, I'm a little bit surprised that he's off the field.
Number 20, Gianni Pizzino.
I agree. But that's where you see when you're in the college game, Tony. They pull these forwards out, 5 or 10 minutes left in the
You pull him.
first half, and then they're getting 15 at halftime and 10, and they're getting 25. Maybe you don't go right back in with them. They're getting 30 minutes rest. Then they go back in.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not the luxury that Coach Spicone has, or any coach for that matter in this league. So once you pull him out, that's the end of that. Misplay by Buffalo. Gentilo was wiped out by 2.
Tony, I think there's
That was just,
I think you need a booking there.
2 guys just unloaded on him. And Flower City players limping as well. Nick Rippey is limping around. Gentilo is up. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Lawn care, the top tier drainage solutions. Beaver Lawn and Landscaping has
Who's that, your agent?
Western New York with professional
No, referee. Speaking of that, referee, probably someone a junior league
looking
game
for
tonight.
games?
at a time.
Oh, there's another foul.
They're probably reporting a red card from a game somewhere tonight,
Okay.
not from this one.
I thought it maybe could have been John Kramer looking for a game.
That's quite possible. I think I might have him on block.
No, how would you do that? John, there is a game in Pennsylvania tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. If you'd like to go there, a fee of $57. And all the candy bars you could eat. Here's Shabui with the ball. Turns. Lamondola. Here's Shabui inside the box, but could not get to it. Good defense by the Union. That'll be a goal kick. "72 minutes in the books. Time's running out on Buffalo. They've come off their last 2 games.
So that's what the call was, Tony. It's youth soccer, and you got parents chasing referees after the game.
F-bombs?
F-bombs and chasing referees after the game. It's a problem in youth sports nowadays.
Pretty normal. Was it under 8?
It was an under 8 game.
Under 8 game.
and the referees get chased off.
And then we wonder why there's no referees. They want to do this thing because they're being abused by parents.
And the organization locally is really doing a lot to mentor these referees, and they have a new referee abuse policy with U.S. Soccer to protect the referees, and it still happens.
Yeah.
But
last year I had a game, and I think it was a high school game, and one of the kids was yelling and screaming. I said, "Here, do you want the whistle?" He goes, "No." I go, "Why not?" He goes, "Oh, I don't want to." He goes, "I used to referee." He goes, "Why don't you ref anymore?" He goes, I don't like to be yelled at by people." I go, "Oh, okay, then be quiet. Don't say another word."
It wasn't one of my players, was it?
No, it wasn't one of your players.
It was probably Ken Maurice.
Here's Buffalo. Shabui turns to Keegan Herman, but he was knocked off the ball. Long ball, but it goes right to Jack Petrie. That looked promising. Shabui was able to get the ball, turn, but good defensive play by Luka Dodge on Keegan Herman, who knocked him off the ball. 74 minutes gone. Buffalo has to get a goal here. As we mentioned, the last 2 games. All right. That was one of those calls where you look at the linesman shakes their shoulders like, you better make the call.
Well, I tell you what, our 4th official, Zach Rollcamp, he can help there a little bit too. I mean, he's the closest one to that. Probably got the best look. I think he can be a little support there.
That's all he has to do is just point.
Yeah.
Just point direction and help out.
Well, that's why you got to ask yourself. I mean, and Coach Lacone is great. He's their bench is excellent. And a couple games we've been here, the benches have been great. But is that the right spot for a young referee like that, or do you want a veteran there?
That's a corner kick. That looked very innocent looking, and it almost went in the net. Very nonchalantly played by Petrie. That ball almost went over him.
He wasn't ready for it.
I don't think he was ready. Corner kick for the Union. Rempe is way back in the back post. Nobody's marked. Well, Riley drops off. Riley Wagner with the header. Ball chipped in. Lazoya, can he find the man? Goes for Keegan. Back to Riley Quinn, who moves up to Keegan Herman. To Riley Quinn. Back to Herman, too far. That'll be a throw-in for the Union. Tell you who's been quiet the second half is Palmer and Almeida. We haven't called their name much.
No, not at all.
Big gap. See the big gap? Buffalo's got to move up with that play.
Yeah,
Here comes Petrie.
They were disconnected.
Yeah. Because the ball, as soon as they chipped it over that first layer, they had 30 yards to run. So Buffalo's defense has to come up and support. There's a high kick. Did I miss something?
I don't know if
I thought it was a high kick, but
I'm
like
not sure
Riley,
I'm not sure if he connected.
Riley
but
Wagner got kicked in the head, but apparently not. Here comes Lazoya. Bad first touch by Sobluski, and the Union is off the other way. Again, Wagner. Miles Palmer. It'll be a throw-in for Buffalo.
You always look at the player for a little bit afterwards, right?
Right.
You watch Wagner. He went up and rubbed his head once or anything, so he might have been looking to buy one there.
That might be the case, but his foot was pretty high, I thought. But then I do have glasses on. And I am a referee.
I'm on the last out of bounds on this sideline. Center ref's looking for help here. Rocamp's pointing this way. Serrano's pointing this way.
Ball inside the box. Petrie gets it. 12 minutes to go. Regulation set time. A little more sense of urgency for Buffalo is needed.
Nice to see us get one before the fireworks here.
Yes. Shabui to Lazoya. Lazoya long for Herman. Here's Herman. It's taken off the play. And Christian Burkhardt is able to corral the ball.
Give Herman a couple years at Damon, and he won't be pushing him off the ball that
he's
easy.
17 years old. Playing against guys who are a lot older than him, and he's not looking out of place at all. Buffalo ball.
So, lucky fan was looking for a souvenir there, hoping it bounced into the bleachers.
The young man from Pendleton was looking for that ball. Here's Sobolewski to Shabui. Shabui going in on goal. Shabui taken out of the play. No call. No call. And the ball goes the other way. Almeida going in on goal. The ball is chipped. Oh, the ball hit the crossbar. What a play. He calls it a goal. The ball crossed the line.
That's an unfortunate turn.
Let's see what happens here. They're yelling for a penalty on Shabui inside the box, and the ball came the other way. That guy looked offside. Or was he? Then the ball hits the crossbar. It goes back. Thought it hit John Tilo, but apparently not.
Alex was definitely in the net.
Kademi was inside. If we see the replay of Shabui, and we'll see if there was offside or not.
Yeah, he looked on.
We'll see our Joel can play it back once more, Joel.
City Union goal by number 14, Jack Hobson.
I think he's on.
You think he's on?
I thought he was on, yeah. One more look.
One more. We're making Joel work hard tonight.
Yeah, he's back on the
Yeah, he's on. He's on because Riley Wagner is like 1 yard behind.
Substitution now entering game number 10, James McConnell. In for number 15, Riley Quinn.
Riley Quinn is out. Jake McConnery is in. It's 2-0 for the Union. And just like that, things can change. Goes from one side, inside the 18, where Shabui had a promising opportunity. He gets taken out. The ball goes the other way. And the Union gets their second goal of the game. Two nothing for the Union. Free kick.
I'd like to get a look at that The tackle on Shabui in the box there.
All right, we'll see if our technical director, Joel Bellhauser, can pull it up for us. He's got a baseball bat there. Thank God there's a piece of glass between us. The guy's going to hit us. Whoa, that was a vicious collision. Shabui went in there. Fortunately for him, he's got all that hair that I think kept him from getting his bell rung.
Well, you could sense a frustration from him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gone down a couple times hard and hasn't netted him anything, all his hard work, so he went in hard there.
Gentile with the ball. Can Buffalo get a goal in this game against the Flower City Union? Make it interesting for the last 6.5 minutes plus extra time. Riley Wagner with the ball. To Sobolewski. Swings it to the left to Gentile. He's got a little bit of room. True ball, but unfortunately out of bounds. Well, we were just looking at another replay on the other monitor, but it's tough to see from this angle, even for the replay.
Yeah, you need if you want to see that play
From the other,
you want to see it from the other side.
Yeah.
But the ball does get redirected out, which leads you to believe that the defender did sweep the ball. It's just a matter of when.
Niles Palmer leaves the field. He's replaced by Gavin Royce. So Gavin Royce enters the game. Miles Palmer is out. Gavin Royce has 2 goals for the Flower City Union this season. Foul on Riley Wagner. I thought that might be a booking, but nope, not the case. That'll be a free kick for the Union. Coming up, 86 minutes gone. Still 2-0 for Flower City Union.
I think our ref crew wants to get this to the finish line.
Yeah. Next game for the Buffalo Stallions this coming Saturday against the Ambassadors.
Try to finish the season on a win.
Yep. Would have been nice to get another victory here tonight, but unfortunately they run into a Flower City team that is looking to move up the standing for better seeding for the playoffs, which start next week. So even though they're in the playoffs, they still have something to play for. Ball goes through. Jack Petrie comes out to cut it off. Jake McConnery with the ball. Loses it. Here's a through ball to Almeida. Almeida going in. He scores! Rodrigo Almeida cuts through the Buffalo defense and scores the 3rd goal for the Flower City Union. Great passing by Flower City. And just like that, it's 3-0.
You see why a player like that, he plays 4 years at Niagara, scores a bunch of goals in Syracuse, picks him up for his 5th year.
Great through ball. Almeida goes in, moves a little bit to his right, And before the defense could get to him, fires a low shot to the left of Jack Petrie, and Flower City is up 3-0. Great pass by Nate Masucci to spring Almeida.
Smooth.
Yep.
You know, it's too bad. You look at this game, Tony, and you think if we can get on the board and get that first goal, then it's just a different game.
Yep.
And it doesn't happen. And then, you know, how many times have you been in a game where a player goes down in the box, everybody gets a little distracted by that, and the next thing you know, 20 seconds later, it's in the back of your net.
Lazoya could not get through. McConnery. Back to Gentilo. To Riley Wagner. Buffalo looking to get one goal. Flower City says no. We want a clean sheet for Christian Burkhardt. Gavin Rice tackled on a play by Riley Wagner. It'll be a throw-in for Nick Rippey. Very disappointed crowd here in North Tonawanda.
Big crowd, too.
Very, very, very nice crowd. Throw-in. Very nice crowd.
I think while the kids wanted to win here tonight, I think they're moving their focus to something else.
Yep.
I think they know what's coming.
Stallions Soccer. Tune in, turn it up, and catch exclusive Stallions content on the Cass and Anthony Morning Show and more.
So a few college coaches here tonight.
Yeah.
Averick Parker from Bryant and Stratton on the men's side, and Dan Dolan from Damon University, coaches women there. He's been there for a long time and had some success the past few years.
Well, a lot of college players out there and a lot of high school players, or a few for the Stallions that have already been spoken for, correct?
Yeah, correct. Like you get Keegan Herman, who will be going to Damon this fall with Coach Bediaco Swan. He's really got a lot of people on this roster. You got Lazoya, you got Noel, Gentilo, and then even on the other team, we haven't seen him tonight, but Calvin Crone plays for Damon too. So they're well represented here.
Soccer has grown the last 10, 15 years. And as I mentioned the other night, when we first started playing, there were 2 divisions in the men's and a handful of teams in juniors, and now there's literally thousands of kids playing soccer. And as you could see by the hundreds of kids that are here tonight, soccer is huge in Buffalo.
It is big, and not only that, but you play in a lot of these leagues. You talk about the ECNL, the RL leagues, the Thruway League, and all the men's leagues. All these games are on turf now, too.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got great facilities. Rodrigo Almeida is given a breather. Alfonso Vito is in the game, number 12.
What kind of fields were you playing on, Tony?
Well, if we had grass, that would be an accomplishment.
Well, I laugh nowadays when you go to a field and a referee says this field isn't playable. I said, this isn't playable. This was pristine back in the day.
Yeah. Now, every school, and especially in the last few years, have put together these beautiful facilities with lights and turf and professional tracks around. These kids have the best of the best equipment, training. So there's no excuse why not to be able to improve.
You know what's unique about our field at Kenmore West, Tony?
Which is?
We have no other lines on the field.
That's a good thing, and especially if you're a referee. That is a fantastic
It is soccer only. The only line that comes onto the field is there's a baseball field that one line will come onto the field a little bit, but otherwise there's no.
Well, we saw the other night when Buffalo was playing against the Commodores, their goalie came out. That's the end of the game. And the Flower City Union defeats the Buffalo Stallions by the score of 3-0. Great game by the Flower City Union. And Buffalo had a couple of opportunities. One goal called off on an offside. And then another goal that was blown dead because of the foul. But that's the way it happens.
Yeah, I think we go back to that first half. And if we don't have that one breakdown defensively, you go into halftime 0-0, or if you get one of your chances, you're up 1-0. That was very likely. I mean, this isn't. You go back and rewatch this game. This isn't a 3-0 game.
Right.
It's just not. Some things didn't go our way tonight, but
That's why the games are played. That's why the games are played. Well, the game is over tonight. Buffalo loses against Flower City. We do have a fireworks display upcoming. And I guess we're going to stay with the broadcast and watch the fireworks. Our technical director, Joel, says he's going to – are you going to send out a drone out there, Joel? All right, we have a drone. I mean, we spare no cost. We even get water here.
We get water. We got drones. We got an excellent soccer game. A lot of talent out there. Didn't go Buffalo's way tonight, but they're for their inaugural season. They're close.
Well, you know, let's talk about that because we're talking about this is their first season. But the one thing that we can really say about this organization, Buffalo, is that they do an incredible job of everything they do top notch, and everything they do, they market themselves unlike many other organizations in town. They put a lot of hard work into it.
Yeah, they have really embodied what grassroots means. And you look at the people working on this, and Jeff Horner and his crew behind the scenes. They're really putting a lot of work into it. And I'm sure when you got a crowd like this tonight, it certainly makes them feel like, hey, it's a job well done. I mean, you didn't get the result on the field, but Jeff Horner, Kevin O'Neill, Brian Cribbs, Tom Garrigan, all those guys, they're working hard, and they're bringing a good product to Buffalo that the community's buying into.
Yeah, no. And the one thing that they do well is market to these young kids. And we see there are hundreds of kids in the stands. And of course, the parents enjoy it. The kids are having a great time. And this is what it's all about, because this is the future of soccer. And we talked about how well soccer has developed over the years. And I go back to when, I mentioned it the other night. I came from Italy here. There were just a handful of teams that played high school soccer. There was the Kenmores, the Amherst, the Maryville, where I played. There was a handful of teams. And in the junior ranks, the same thing. Back in the days, there were like the Polish White Eagles, the Italians, Macedonians, the Greeks, the Black Stars. They played at both.
Serbians.
The Serbians, Macedonia. So it was like a national battle, international battle, I should say. But now there's divisions and thousands upon thousands of kids. And, of course, the schools, every school now, has not only boys soccer but women's soccer.
Yeah, it's true, and you got to look at this and think. I think as a high school coach, and I look at that I might be the varsity coach, but it's my program, and I'm responsible for varsity, JV, and modified, and I have 60 plus kids in my program. I think how do I get them connected to this? How do I, require them, hey, listen, if you want to play in this program, I want you to get out here and watch these games, or maybe we do stuff as coaches to encourage that within our programs, and make this even bigger, because this is a quality product.
Well, the other thing too is the fact that now the parents are invested even more, both from a time standpoint, but financially as well. Because back in the days, we maybe paid $20 to play, and now we're talking about thousands of dollars. So if the parents are going to make that kind of commitment, they want to make sure that their investment is worth it. And if the kid doesn't really want to play, there's no sense in pushing them. And sometimes I believe that is the case in some situations where the parents are too pushy, and after a while the kids get burned out.
Yeah, I coached a team for 10 years through Kenmore, and we played in the Thruway League, and I had a very good goalie. And probably 2 years before we aged out, he decided he was done, didn't want to play anymore. And he was excellent, and he was probably going to have a good chance to play in college, and he just burned out.
Right.
And it does happen, and I think parents have to be wise with, how the direction they take with their kids, or let their kids
decide.
Well,
that's one of the problems too. If we can say the fact that some parents don't get to. Oh, here we go. The fireworks have begun. Brought to you by Liberty Cab. Bill Yunke, the president of Liberty Cab, is paying for this show. Turn the lights off in here. Turn that light off. Oh, there we go. We got the front view of the fireworks.
They're coming fast and furious, Tony.
Yep. It's a 10-minute show. All right. There we go. The fireworks begin for the next couple of days.
Yeah, they're going to be all over West New York.
All people that have dogs are not too happy about this.
No. I know tomorrow night we'll be home with our dog.
It'll be hiding.
Oh, yeah.
And the crowd is still hanging around watching this.
Yeah, you got some players down on the field.
The players are there.
With the team, so that's what's really neat about this team. Is look, we're not letting the kids not go down there. They're going down there. They're mingling with the players,
getting autographs, and that's great for the players too, because you know what, they feel.
Yeah, it's awesome for them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Tony, whose autograph do you want, Tony? Not mine. Can't be mine.
Mark Butler.
Mark Butler.
Mark Butler.
Shout out to Mark Butler.
Mark Butler, the longtime president of the NYSOA Western New York and high school referees unit.
He's taught us all a lot.
Yes, he has. I remember playing against him at Geneseo. He was a goalkeeper.
Well, he tells me he wasn't just a goalkeeper. He tells me
he
was an All-American.
At what?
At goaltending.
Well, I think he was an All-American at the bar that they used to hang out at. Look at that one, a stray one. In Geneseo, I think one of the bars has his name in there.
Well, we're driving through there a few years back to referee a game in Geneseo, and he says, all these people remember me. I said, Mark, they're all in the nursing home now.
They're all fans of his at Forest Lawn Cemetery.
He's a good sport about it.
Yeah. Nah, he is. El Presidente.
Recovering from an accident.
Yes.
We wish him a speedy recovery.
Yes. He was in Florida riding his bike and some nut job hit him from behind. We're fortunate that he is still with us.
He's very, very lucky.
What was his the best buddy teammate? I can't think of his name. Don.
Oh, Don he used to coach out at Hilbert, right?
Yeah.
Don, geez.
Well, I have a story with him. We played against Geneseo, and I was playing for Buffalo State. And we were playing there, and we had to win in order for us to move on to the Soniac Championship. And it was like in November, we're playing, and we're winning 1-0. The ball comes, and Don Hurlin comes rushing at me. I hit the ball first time. I hit him in the nose, and I broke his nose. And 40 years later, he still reminds me of me breaking his nose. I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to clear the ball. And it smacked him right in the nose.
Those are things you'll never forget, right?
If you are still with us, at the conclusion of the game, the Flower City Union defeated the Buffalo Stallions 3-0, and now we're enjoying a fireworks display brought to you by Liberty Cab. A great show the fans are enjoying. The players are here enjoying. We got music. We got fans.
We got a drone out there.
Oh. It's our technical director, Joel's drone out there.
Got it out there. I saw a few fans looking up this way, so they must have been.
Was it the drone? I thought it was a mosquito.
Well, I think that was a June bug that just
tried. It was a June bug? That thing was the size of a car. Beautiful fireworks display. Neil Diamond doing the honors with this firework display.
We get ready to start celebrating the 4th of July.
That's right.
It's a fun time of year, Tony.
Independence Day. Woo. Hey now, there's another bug.
And you know why it's a nice time of year too, Tony?
Because you're
I'm a
home.
teacher.
Yeah, you're a teacher. It'll be the next 2 months. It'll be nice for you. Well, my vacation is coming.
Yeah, you got a month in Italy.
Yes, I'll be leaving for Italy for a month.
And then we'll be assigning you soccer games in August, and you'll say, hey, guys, you forgot I'm in Italy.
I will be back. My first game is September the 6th. Wow, look at that.
Oh, that's a neat one.
That is pretty. I don't know if the people could hear the noise. They were screamers.
Yeah, those are real nice.
Once again, we want to thank Bill Yonke, president of Liberty Cab. Whether you or a loved one requires non-emergency medical transportation, wheelchair transportation, or medical courier service, rely on Liberty Cab. Some of the referees we know rely on Liberty Cab. Liberty Cab, to serve you with the utmost care and professionalism. Call them at 716-877-7111. The fireworks display continues here in North Tonawanda.
I think Andy Evenhouse will be taking Liberty Cab to the game Saturday night.
Yes, he will.
Bring him right onto the track here.
Yeah. We brought him the extra wide transportation.
He appreciates that.
Yes, he does. He'll have one truck in front. You ever see those big trucks? It says wide load. One in front and the back.
You know, he got his nickname Chunks.
No, I don't.
We're in Ohio, referencing some games, and we stopped at a place called Ralphie Chunks.
Oh, no.
And then it became Andy Chunks.
Andy Chunks.
And then my son, at about 3 years old, almost took a knife to him. It was a butter knife, but it was touch and go for a little bit with Andy.
We love Andy. He is our friend. I've known him for 40 years. We used to do DJing together. We spent many Saturdays and Friday nights together at the various venues in Western New York.
you can't get a guy who's got more zest for life.
No.
You know, I talked to him the other day. He's in Pittsburgh for a Riverhounds game, for a Pirates game. He's in Toronto for this. The New York City. He's constantly.
And with all that, he finds time to be on the radio every afternoon from 2 to 6 on WEBR AM 1440, FM 105.3, and streaming online at WEBRradio.com.
This is a nice display, Tony.
We're truly enjoying this great show, sponsored by Liberty Cab. Wow, this is fantastic.
Well, you know what, we can look at the fireworks, but you know, like when you look at the kids mingling with the players. And, you know, that doesn't happen.
No.
So it's a credit to this organization.
Where's Joe's drone? Where's your drone, Joel? Oh, behind. Oh, it's behind. Ah, there you go. Oh, perfect.
That's
See?
awesome. Yeah.
Great. It looks like he's playing Nintendo over there.
That's why he's the technical director. He just got dive bombed by
Whoa,
June
what is
bug.
that? It just went on the lady's head. It's all right. That was free. There's no charge for that. June bug in your head.
Tony, I'm telling you right now, I don't have those bugs at my house. I don't know what they are.
I don't know, but
June bugs,
man,
but
they're like the size of a small dog.
Other night, I'm talking to someone after the game, and also
don't open your mouth.
Flew right into the guy's mouth.
I remember one time being at Beaver Island State Park. We're having lunch, and it just got dark. It was sandflies. Oh my Lord!
I had a referee this year turn back a game in May, and they said it was at Gratwick Park along the river, and they said, I will not referee here. Too many mayflies.
Oh. It's either that or the refereeing on those field where geese relieve themselves.
Oh, yeah.
You might as well go home, throw your shoes out.
Go down the Amherst Bike Trail after they have their babies for the season.
Who was that field that we used to referee at? Was Hobart one of them? No. In fact, at Geneseo, they have those statues out there to keep those the geese off the turf.
Oh, and I thought that was a tribute to Mark Butler.
No, his tribute is in that cookie shop he goes to every time. There's a cookie shop that he always raves about in Geneseo.
Subs and cookies.
Yeah. And some adult beverages. Of course, if you're ever short for adult beverages, Butler's Wine and Spirits, Delaware Avenue, you will find the president. This could be the finale, Shane.
I worked there during college, Tony.
You did?
Yeah.
Lots of people worked there. Wow, look at this. This is the
nice.
finale. What a great night. Look at all the cars in the back over there. They didn't even pay for a ticket.
Yeah, they get.
And they're sitting there watching. That lady's up close and personal, right by the. One goes awry, she might be lit up like a firecracker. Nice applause. What a great show. Well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Once again, the Flower City Union defeats the Buffalo Stallions 3-0. We'll talk to you again Saturday night as Buffalo ends the season against the Ambassadors of Ohio. For Shane, say good night.
Good night, everybody.
This is Tony Occhio. Have yourself a great night. Happy 4th of July, and we'll see you again Saturday night.